Today we're finally going over the Prime Revex 6. So you guys know I had a Prime Revex 4. I'm giving that bow to my wife. Currently putting 30 to 40 pound limbs on that bow. I'm gonna have her a nice little setup going on. She'll have a good setup bow. So this one here is in 65 pounds, 30 inches of draw. We're shooting arrows that are 375 grain Black Eagle Renegades. I shot this thing a good bit yesterday, and it shot phenomenal. It didn't take no time to set it up. These things, if you just go by your manual and set it up pretty much 7/8, 7/8, that's your starting point. I had to move it just a little bit, very small, but not only did I paper tune this thing, but bare shaft tuned it, and it took less than, I honestly would say probably less than 20 minutes to, and that was from the time I started the build on this bow, the time I shot it through paper. Literally took about 3 arrows. This thing was tuned to perfection. So I'm gonna shoot it a little bit here at Kiwi today. This will be a bow that, and a setup that I know I can go shoot field with or 3D. Running the Trophy Ridge Digital React 1 6 power scope. You know, all in all, so far, this thing's been really impressive. I shot it a bunch yesterday. I didn't make a video yesterday, but let's lob one in here at 40 and take a look. So this thing's shooting right at 390 feet per second. At 65 pound, my other bow was 75 and shot 300 feet per second. Now these arrows here just, they're a lot lighter. They're about 60 grains lighter than my other ones I was shooting, but still pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so it grouped pretty good at 40. So let's go up here to 60. We're gonna add 1 yard to it. If my memory serves me correctly, it this particular target right here is just a little long, but I just want to get a good, accurate reading of it. Let's see where we're grouping. So the release I'm shooting is the B3 Versa. I like it. With this bow here, particularly, it being, I don't know, just the feeling of it, I'd really like to shoot a hinge with it. I feel like I could shoot really well with a hinge with this bow. That was a good surprise shot there. So I'm just shooting this thumb button like I would a hinge. Surprise shot. That shot was a little low. So I'm still practicing with this release here. I just picked it back up a couple days ago. Took it to tack though. Shot decently with it. Good. So I'm personally like having to learn to shoot again and shoot well. Whenever I was training for tack, I was training to shoot everything like crazy long distance. Just kind of finding the target and just rushing shots. So now I need to get back in the groove of just making good shots. So whenever I do my part, this bow here groups incredibly well. This thing is going to be an absolute shooting bow. It already is. It already is. So this bow here compared to the 4, I'm going to say that I don't know why it would be different, but it is. The draw cycle is a lot easier on this bow than it was on the 4. Maybe it's just because this is less poundage. That could probably be it. I feel like I can hold this one a lot more stable. And I mean, it's just, when I do my part right with it, which I'm going to go down here and show you, this thing will absolutely put the arrows in there. Stabilizer bars I'm running are the ones my brother's manufacturing. I will have a link in the description for these. These things are awesome, custom made bars. Let's go check out them shots. All right, so I say this a lot of times, but last couple bows I haven't really said this about. So I will say this, it's been a while since I have picked up a bow and could shoot 4 in the black ring, except for that one, at 60 yard. Now note, I haven't even shot this bow. Realistically, this is probably the 50th arrow I've put through it. And I know a lot of people give me a hard time about buying and selling and trading bows and all that. I don't ever keep one. Well, I'll explain the 6 to you. I wanted a 6 whenever I got the 4. The 6 wasn't available yet. So I settled for the 4 with the full intentions of eventually creating a bow to give to my wife. So the 4, like I said, will get new limbs. The bow's not going anywhere. It's not being sold or nothing. It's staying within the household. It's just getting white limbs and a purple string. And I'm probably going to deck it out. I want to do like a trophy ridge flip up sight, or sorry, flip up rest or drop away. Like a 3 or 4 pin trophy ridge sight, quiver, and then our stabilizer bars that we make. But yeah, thus far the Revic 6 is really good. A few things I would like to say about it. I believe that it needs. So I wish that it had adjustable let-off modules. Personally, I would like a little bit of holding weight with that bow. It doesn't have quite enough. That's why I felt like I need to shoot it with a hinge. That way I've got that, I don't know, it's hard to explain, where I have the motion of having to pull back. So with this light of let-off that it has, I'm kind of getting lazy on the back wall. So I got to remember to pull through the shot. But for me, I just have a hard time pulling through a shot with a thumb button. I just put my thumb around it and set it off, which I know is not the right way to do it. But there are people who do it and do it well. I'm not bad at it, but I definitely need to be shooting a hinge with this one. We'll go take some more shots with it though. All right, guys, so something else I've been working on is judging my yardages. I'd really like to learn how to be good at shooting unknown. No rangefinder with me, nothing like that. This is a downhill shot. I really just want to see how it feels holding it at an angle. I'm gonna guess this one at around 40. It's gonna be between 39 and 40. So I'm gonna do 39, shooting downhill. And like I said, I wanna feel how this feels. So one thing I am gonna say about this longer axle bow, and this is different between everybody. So I'm a big person. I have a big head, you know. I'm just a really large proportion person. So shooting a shorter axle bow like the 34, although the compactness of it is really nice, at my draw length being so long, the string angle itself, I just don't like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just really hard for me to shoot well a short axle bow. That's nothing against the bow. Bow's excellent. It's just I personally have a hard time shooting a shorter bow. This one here, I'm much more stable with. Now, if I was going to hunt, I would hunt with that 34 all day. But I'm not going to take, you know, the 34 and try to go shoot a field round with it. I just don't believe that I would be that accurate. Now, if I was a smaller guy, yeah, sure. Probably would be fine. So let's see here. So I don't know if you guys can see, but I have an obstructed shot. I should be used to this being that I just got back from TAC and the shots we took at TAC were just like this. Well, plus about 30 other trees in the way. But we'll just see where we're at. Get that limb there, but that's okay, guys. Also, if anyone from Trophy Ridge is watching this, for some reason my bubble fell out of my scope. I'm gonna have to fix that. I love these scopes. They are phenomenal. I think I might have bumped it at TAC. So I need to get a hold of them today. I've had nothing but good things to say about these scopes, and I still do, but I'm pretty sure I may or may not have failed and landed on this scope when I was climbing a mountain at TAC. I knocked my bubble out, but I know where it's at. I think it just epoxies in or glues, but I can fix that. I'm gonna see roughly where those shots were. Like I said, we had a limb in the way, so both of the areas hit a limb. We're just testing. I gotta get a lot of shots behind this bow. The best thing that works for me to get a lot of reps and practice in and to really get good with the release is I like to shoot indoor and just shoot 5 spots and just shoot and shoot and shoot till I can't shoot anymore. Helps get the muscles built back up too. Yeah, so it looks like I was just a little bit low, but this is pretty impressive. Yes, I shoot TAC vanes, but these will recover. That's one thing about the TACs is they will crinkle up on you. But normally, what I'll do in this situation, if I leave the arrow in like the hot car for a minute, it'll normally relax that plastic and it'll straighten up. So that shot was right in the middle good. This one was the one. It was either that tree, one of these trees that hit. But still a good shot. It's been a dead deer. I mean, I know I get people ask me all the time, like if I'm ever going to shoot ASAs or anything like that. I personally just don't care anything about doing anything like that. I just like to make outdoor videos and shooting the bow and just like average Joe's. Okay guys, so I've already got 500 shots to the bow now, give or take about 10. I'm gonna step back just a little bit. I wanna see how it looks after the strings have broke in everything's kind of settled. I'm expecting maybe a slight tear, but I don't like to do any adjusting after the initial setup. Shoot 500 or 600 airs through it, and then finally tune it in. Okay, let's look at this. So, looks like we got a slight tear. Slight tear like this, so our rest needs to come in. Now, this is perfectly normal. Like, perfectly normal. Let's see, let's do a bear shaft through it. See, a lot of people, whenever they buy a bow, they'll set it up. They'll do the, what I call like the initial setup. And then they'll never shoot it through paper again until they have a dramatic problem. I like to break the bow in first, you know, tune it, break it in. And now we get more of an idea of what it's going to do. So it is just a little bit tearing, but not much. All right, guys, so you see we got a bullet hole here, and this is close to a bullet hole, but it's not as clean as I'd like for it to be. So I know you guys know I'm super picky when it comes to tuning. I like for it to be perfect, which that's pretty damn perfect. That's better than most bows on any given range, any given day. But I know that this thing will be perfect. Oh. Okay. Gosh, that's so close. I don't really know if I want to move anything. It's so close. Let's shoot one more. It looks like the rest could come in just a little bit. But tell you what, let's get back. Let's do a couple of feet here. All right, so this was that shot. It's not bad, actually. It's pretty crispy. Oh, I think maybe this tear right here, maybe the paper just tore funny. And that's probably an actual bullet hole. So it looks like we're close enough though, honestly, to just go back, shoot a bear shaft, and shoot a fletched. Let's see where we're at. I personally think it's probably pretty good, but I just like to know exactly where the bow's hitting. But that's a bear shaft. You can see that thing came in there straight. We'll go back to 20 yard though and see what it does. All right, guys, so right there's the end product. Right there, right there. Bear shaft tune, got it dialed in, took a minute. I lost some of the footage. The wife called me and I lost some of the video, but that right there for a target bow is perfect. So that is the Revic 6. You guys seen all kind of shooting angles of it today. Now, after probably another 500 shots, I'll put this thing on the draw board. I'll see if our strings have settled, stretched, or anything. If I need to make a timing adjustment, I will. But after that, then I'll pop it back through paper, 1 or 2 shots, just to make sure it's good, but it should be fine. And I've never had a set of factory strings from Prime ever stretch, so, you know, it's probably gonna be just fine. The back wall still feels good. It's just something that I like to do. And guys, this thing is shooting excellent. So thank y'all for watching. I'm going to fire a little bit of indoor in here, dial this thing in some more, get that 20 back down since I did make a rest adjustment, and we'll be good to go. So we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.